A new update is out now, and there are some cool new things I added, so let's get into it. But first, the game is about to hit 1K visits, so please play the game so that we can hit that big milestone. Now let's get into it. So while making this update, I was really struggling to make new levels because I'm kinda running out. So please recommend me some levels in the Discord. Also, if I don't add your level to my game, it's usually because I have other things planned. But now I will definitely add those levels because I got no more. I got no more. Anyway, the first level I added was level 7, which is Thalassophobia, which is the fear of the ocean. It is described as a vast expanse of water that appears to stretch on endlessly. There's also this place called the entrance room, which is where you spawn. Now this level was also really hard to add because when making the ocean floor, I placed a bunch of seaweed and coral and rocks around, but for some reason, it just lagged Studio really bad, and you pressed play to test and nothing loaded. So the ocean floor is practically empty with some things here and there. So when the level's unloaded, there's just this brick of floating water in the abyss. So this level was kinda hard to do. Anyway, I also added the Thing, which is this giant fish that could swallow a full person whole. No bites, just gulping it down. This thing is swarming in the ocean under the entrance room, so you better watch out. But you can't fully avoid it because the only way to exit is to swim down. So you need to find this underwater cave that will take you to the cave system. Now, you may be asking, but the cave system's an earlier level. How can one of those newer, later levels take you back to the beginning? That's kind of a scam. Well, viewer, I'm glad you asked. After making this level, I wanted to reorganize some of the earlier levels. So after the abandoned office, the normal exit for that level now takes you to level 5. And the old secret exit that would take you to level 5 instead takes you to 188. Level 9 used to be the subway station, and level 10 used to be level fun. But I swapped those two with the suburbs and the bumper crop. So the subway and level fun are now later on levels. And level 7 is now between level 6 and 8, just like how it is in actual lore. Then I finally decided to look into how to change the lighting in certain levels. So level 7, the new level 94, and level 10 now have custom lighting to make the levels look better. Now time for the 2 levels that come after the vents. Now for some reason, I decided to make the levels backwards, so yeah. The next level I did was level 69, the long-awaited level. It's kind of weird how this was the first suggestion, or one of the first suggestions for my game that I ever got, and it's finally getting added so late. I also kind of took it as a joke when I first saw it, and it was actually a pretty good level, so thanks. Anyway, level 69, or Roads to Abyss, spooky, is described as an expansive, overwhelming network of interconnected asphalt road systems. So with that, I made this, and it looks amazing. Like, literally, look at this. This looks like an actual highway. Well, maybe not, there's car crash. It's a highway, guys. At the beginning of the level, there's more traffic and cars, but as you get further on the highway, it breaks and there's this huge cliff drop, and the only way to get across is a plank. So it becomes more empty, like an empty highway road, like it actually is described. You might have seen the giant thing in the sky, so let me explain that, and it's a pretty nice story. So in Devlog 5, I revamped some of the old levels, and one of them was Pipe Dreams. In that level, I removed the Smiler. The Smiler was really sad because he couldn't kill people anymore, which in the Backrooms is legal. So he went to his giant buff dad and told him to beat me up because I made him sad. So after days of torture, nightmares, and broken bones, I finally complied and added his jacked dad and the 2 Smilers back to the game in this level. There is also this thing that's in the sky in level 69, so it all worked out. But not for my broke wallet. American hospitals are not very giving these days. Or my insurance company, apparently. State Farm was not a good neighbor, and it was not there for my suffering. Trauma aside, before I made the last level, or the first level because I'm dumb or something, I added some more items to the game that I've actually been wanting to do. So first, I wanted a way for players to communicate from a long distance. Now before you ask, but they can just type in the chat. Then you've definitely never played my game because you would know that there's this thing called proximity chat. Basically, players can only see chats through the chat bubble above the player's head. So the chat window does not display any new chats. It only allows them to type in. kind of like The Rake, which is actually where I got this idea from. I love that game. So basically, the player can find a walkie-talkie, and when open, they can type in chat, and the radio will record their chat and show it in the radio UI. Probably be a video here showing it, but if there isn't, then I was just lazy. The next item is a med kit, and to make this actually useful, players can now not regen health in the new update. So now the only way to heal yourself is to use a med kit. The final item I added is liquid pain, which is actually in the lore. So it is this red liquid that is in bottles like almond water, and it can be found in more dangerous levels. Symptoms are your organs melting, tingles after you drink it, and the most common symptom, death. There's also this chance of spontaneous combustion, which is just you randomly exploding. So comment big boy boom boom, all caps, if you want me to add this to the game. Also, when you drink it, you will lose 50 sanity, so good luck with that. Now for lore. So I added more of those random player dialogue in the new levels. And I also added this new thing called audio recordings, which are made by Glitchbox in the Discord. So thanks to him. So now you can find audio recordings in some levels that will give lore about his travels, and will give you hints on what happened to the main player, whose name is Tristan, I think? I kind of forgot, on where Tristan's friend went. Anyway, on to the final or first level. So this level is level 34, also known as Sewage Swimming, which is something I do not recommend. It is nasty, smelly, don't do it, you will die. This level is described as an infinite network of claustrophobic sewer tunnels, working similarly to level 0 and level 3. The tunnels are narrow and enclosed, with some requiring the wanderers to crawl through them. Now mine aren't tight or need you to crawl through them, because the main thing of this level is rising water. That's right, I'm stealing an idea from an old Apeirophobia level. Eat that. So there are no entities in this level, and you just have to find the key to open the exit door to escape, or else you will drown in the nasty, stinky sewage water, and you will be forced to go sewage swimming. And that's it for this update, but there's also something that I want to make note of. So even though I don't have a PS5 or PS4, I'm still going to port the game to PS5 and PS4 when that releases to Roblox. And there should be no bugs because I can just copy and paste the working Xbox code and change it for PlayStation controls. Also, the game will not and probably never be coming to VR, as I don't have a headset, and Roblox requires you to have a VR headset to develop and test a VR game. Because VR games can cause motion sickness, which can cause headaches, vomiting, not good stuff. VR headsets are also not cheap, so I am not buying one, not like my parents will either. Anyway, that's all for this devlog. Please like the video so YouTube knows people like this stuff, and subscribe because we are really close to 600 subscribers. Also join the Discord because I post leaks, polls, and you can meet new people that also like the game and the Backrooms. And finally, please play, like, and favorite the game because a butt ton, and I mean a butt ton, of people just watch the devlogs and don't play the game. Like, why watch the devlogs if you're not going to play it? Why? Also, when you search the game by its full name, it's only in the third row because people just don't play it, so Roblox doesn't think, oh, people don't like this. So please play the game and do everything I told you to do. With all that, I'll see you guys in the next devlog. See ya.